Most people think that sleep is simply about the number of hours you get. You hear it everywhere. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Make sure you don't stay up too late. Avoid screens. Drink warm milk. But have you ever done all of that, slept 8 hours, and still woke up feeling completely exhausted? Like your brain is foggy, your body is heavy, and you could easily go back to bed? If that sounds familiar, I want to introduce you to something that can change the way you sleep forever. It's not about sleeping longer. It's not about taking supplements or doing yoga or buying a fancy mattress. It's about how your sleep is structured, and that structure operates in cycles, specifically 90-minute sleep cycles. You've probably heard that sleep has different stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. But what most people don't realize is that your body moves through these stages in roughly 90-minute cycles. One cycle finishes, and then your body starts another. And the moment you wake up, how you feel depends on which part of the cycle you interrupt. Think about it this way. If you wake up in the middle of a deep sleep stage, you feel groggy, tired, and mentally slow. It's like trying to start a car engine that's frozen. But if you wake up either right before or right after a cycle ends, your brain is already near the surface of wakefulness. You wake up clearer, more refreshed, and your body feels ready to move. This is the foundation of the 90-minute sleep rule. Plan your sleep not just by hours, but by cycles. Let's say you want to go to bed at 11 p.m. If you simply choose to sleep 8 hours, you'd set your alarm for 7 a.m. But here's the problem. What if 7 a.m. happens to land right in the middle of your deep sleep cycle? You'll wake up feeling tired anyway, even though you technically got enough hours. Instead, think in units of 90 minutes. One cycle is 1.5 hours, so you want to choose a wake time that matches the end of a cycle. For example, 4 cycles equals 6 hours of sleep. 5 cycles equals 7.5 hours of sleep. 6 cycles equals 9 hours of sleep. So if you go to sleep at 11 p.m., your ideal wake-up times might be 5 a.m., 6 hours, 6:30 a.m., 7.5 hours, or 8 a.m., 9 hours. These times land near the end of a full sleep cycle. The funny thing is, most people feel more refreshed with 6 hours of properly aligned sleep than 8 hours of poorly timed sleep. It's not the length, it's the cycle timing. This is why sometimes you wake up naturally just a few minutes before your alarm. Your body completed a cycle and was ready to wake up. And sometimes, your alarm feels like it's dragging you out of a coma. That's when it interrupted you mid-cycle. But here's something even more interesting. Your day also works in 90-minute cycles. After you wake up, your brain moves through periods of peak alertness and dips in focus roughly every 90 minutes as well. This is your ultradian rhythm. Most people try to force themselves to focus continuously for hours, but that's not how the brain is wired. Instead, working hard for about 90 minutes and then taking a short break is far more effective. Sleep and focus are both governed by these natural 90-minute rhythms. Now let's get practical. The first step to applying the 90-minute sleep trick is to choose your wake time first, not your bedtime. Most people do this backwards. They look at the clock, decide to go to bed, and then hope they get enough sleep. Instead, decide what time you want to wake up and count backward in 90-minute blocks. That gives you your ideal bedtime. For example, if you want to wake up at 6:30 a.m., 6:30 a.m. minus 7.5 hours, 5 cycles, equals 11 p.m. bedtime. 6:30 a.m. minus 6 hours, 4 cycles, equals 12:30 a.m. bedtime. Either of those will leave you waking up more refreshed than sleeping 8 hours at the wrong time. Of course, it helps to give yourself about 15 minutes of wind-down time before sleep, so aim to get into bed slightly earlier. Now let's talk about one of the biggest sleep disruptors, screens. If you scroll your phone in bed while trying to fall asleep, your brain is getting a constant stream of light designed to keep you awake. It's not just blue light, it's stimulation. Your brain interprets scrolling as something exciting, something that needs attention. If you want the 90-minute sleep method to work well, put your phone aside at least 20 minutes before bed. The brain needs to switch from engaged mode to rest mode. If that feels difficult, Try doing something extremely simple, like listening to soft music or reading something non-stimulating. Here's another powerful trick: temperature. Your body needs to cool down slightly to enter deep sleep. If your bedroom is too warm, your brain struggles to move into deeper sleep stages. Lowering your room temperature just a little or taking a warm shower before bed can help your core temperature drop naturally afterward. Next, timing your caffeine matters more than you think. Caffeine can stay in the body for up to 8 hours. Drinking coffee late in the day doesn't just affect how fast you fall asleep. It affects whether you enter deep sleep properly. Even if you fall asleep easily, caffeine can keep your sleep light and less restorative. So try keeping caffeine to the early part of the day. Now here's where the 90-minute method becomes game-changing. Let's talk about naps. Most naps are taken incorrectly. People nap for 45 minutes, 1 hour, or 2 hours without thinking about sleep cycles. If you nap longer than 20 minutes, your brain starts moving toward deep sleep. And waking up in the middle of deep sleep is the worst. That's when you wake up disoriented, sluggish, and irritable. So naps should be either short, 10 to 20 minutes. This boosts alertness without entering deep sleep. Or full cycle, 90 minutes. This lets your brain complete an entire cycle and wake up refreshed. Anything in the middle leads to nap hangover. Now here's something important to understand. If you start using the 90-minute cycle method, it might not work perfectly on the first night. That's because your sleep debt and habits influence how your brain enters the sleep cycle. If you've been sleeping poorly for a long time, your sleep cycles might be irregular at first. But as you stay consistent, your brain will start aligning, and you'll notice your mornings become clearer. Let's talk about morning routine. The way you wake up affects your entire day. When you first wake up, your brain chemistry is shifting from melatonin into cortisol and alertness. If you immediately reach for your phone and start scrolling, you overwhelm your brain with stimulation before your mind fully wakes up. It sets the tone for the day: scattered, reactive, unfocused. Try this instead. As soon as you wake up, expose your eyes to natural light. It doesn't need to be direct sunlight. Just look toward a bright window for a minute or two. This helps your brain shut down melatonin more quickly and stabilize your wakefulness rhythm. Your energy through the day improves simply because your brain knows when to be awake. Another thing that helps tremendously is consistency. Waking up at the same time every day trains your internal clock. If the time you wake up changes a lot, your body has trouble figuring out when to release the right hormones. This leads to inconsistent energy, mood fluctuations, and trouble falling asleep. I know life isn't always predictable. You might have days where you sleep late or have obligations. That's okay. Just do your best to keep your wake time steady. It matters more than your bedtime. Now, some people say they are night owls. They feel more awake at night and struggle to sleep early. Sometimes this is just a habit developed over time, but sometimes it's linked to stress, dopamine patterns, or overstimulation during the day. If you want to shift your sleep schedule earlier, do it slowly. Move your bedtime and wake time by 15 minutes every few days. Forcing a big jump doesn't work, but gentle change does. Let's talk about something else that affects sleep more than most people realize: unresolved thinking. If your mind races at night, especially when you're trying to sleep, it means your brain did not have enough quiet reflection time earlier in the day. The brain doesn't like leaving open loops. If you spend the whole day reacting to notifications, messages, conversations, and tasks without pausing, your brain saves all the processing for nighttime. The solution is simple. Give your brain 10 minutes during the day to think quietly. No phone, no talking, no distractions. Just let thoughts settle. This prevents mental overload at night. Now let's return to why the 90-minute rule is so effective. It works because it aligns with your biology instead of fighting it. You're not forcing yourself to sleep longer. You're working with the natural rhythm your brain already follows. The result is, you fall asleep faster. You wake up clearer. Your focus improves. Your mood stabilizes. Your creativity flows more easily. Your body recovers better. Even your immune system strengthens, because deep sleep is when the body repairs itself. Many people never experience this because they never let a sleep cycle finish cleanly. They wake up in the middle of deep sleep every day and assume feeling tired is normal. It's not normal. Feeling rested is normal. Feeling focused is normal. Feeling mentally clear is normal. Your life feels different when your sleep works the way it was meant to. So try this tonight. Decide your wake time first. Count backward in 90-minute blocks. Get into bed a little before the time you want to fall asleep. Put the phone away. Let your body do the rest. And when you wake up tomorrow, pay attention. Notice how you feel. You might be surprised how much difference timing makes. If you start using the 90-minute sleep method consistently, you'll begin to see your days become more energized and your nights more restful. This is the 90-minute sleep trick. Simple, powerful, and life-changing.